about the difference between merchant navy and navy. They think both are the same field, but no, there's a great difference between both of these fields. So we have today Mr. Meg Singhal to tell this difference and to tell about this glorious career in this field. How this is different from the other career, and what is the positive points and what are the negative points which all of us having in the mind. So without wasting any time, I welcome to continue this session Mr. Meg Singhal. Please.
Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity to speak, to be as a speaker on Merchant Navy career perspective. So first of all, I would like to introduce myself. Myself, Meg Singhal, and I am currently working with Hong Kong-based Marine Services. And I would like to thank MIT also for giving me this opportunity. So without wasting any time, let's start with this webinar with what basically Merchant Navy is. As Merchant Navy is not exactly a very common or popular profession. There are, I think, many people around who are either not aware of this unique industry or may have several disbeliefs about the same. For today's webinar, I have some points to discuss with all of you to give a basic idea of this profession, including how to enter the maritime industry and what are the so-called myths about Merchant Navy. So I will start with some myths, first of all, which are actually true also. Starting with, I have seen some people believe that a seafarer earns loads of money. Obviously, we earn a handsome pay at our initial stage itself, but at a very young age also, I can say that. But the gap closes as the time goes. I mean, you can earn same pay in other profession also, but it is only the time factor that is needed to be considered. Like I can give an example that if a person earns some amount till age of 40, he can earn same amount in Merchant Navy at the age of 31 or 32. So it's a good thing. Secondly, there is a belief that seafarers consume alcohol all time. Same as we have seen in old movies, series, and some cartoons also. But in today's scenario, this is not true. Many companies follow strictly zero alcohol policy. And also if they allowed it, there will be definitely some restrictions that we have to go through. Next is a very common myth. I think every seafarer hear it from every second person that oh, you are a seafarer, तुम तो जहाज ही हो, तुम्हारे मजे हैं, 6 महीने घर 6 महीने जहाज पर. Every time I hear such questions, I like, where is that maza? Because like it is not every time that we are on board for 6 months. Actually, your tenure differ with rank. You can be either, maybe your tenure will be for 4 months, for 9 months. It's depending on you and your rank on your vessel. Secondly, we are also not getting paid for the months we are spending at home. So the maza word, I don't think is a very good word. Third, we have such work in that few months on board that it makes necessary for us to come back home and relax. It is not an easy job. Also, there is a belief that seafarers are uneducated. Means if you don't want to study, you can just be a seafarer because there is nothing to do at sea. But I believe that to be a seafarer, you really need guts and a habit of learning every time. Because as we can see, as the examination and study level is increasing in Merchant Navy nowadays, it's really tough to go through. As one enters a maritime college from any rank, he needs to start with the ABCD of Merchant Navy. So these were the so-called myths I wanted to clear with you before telling that how to be a seafarer or a mariner. But as we know that every profession has its own pros and cons. Let me do one thing. I will do a rough count of pros and cons. And let's start with the pros. First pro, opportunity to travel. No doubt, Merchant Navy will help you to travel around the world. You can travel around the world, that too free, because your job takes you around the world. Being a seafarer, you will be visiting various ports spread across the world. We know full world is covered with sea. So as we can see, India has a very big coastline. We have so many ports. Once the ship gets docked at the port, you may go out and explore that place. But the exploration and other similar activities will depend on the duration of the ship stay at that port. Means if the ship has a very less stay, container vessels stay on port for hardly 12 hours, 14 hours, there are less time for everyone to go out and have some fun. But if you are on a bulk carrier or some other type vessel, you can go out and enjoy. Second pro, pay and perks. As I stated earlier, that Merchant Navy hold a myth of providing high pay. Still, compared to other profession, we are not paid decently. Salary will increase with work experience, and also big amount in just few months will definitely help you to invest at high risks too. Let me give you an example. If there is a seafarer and he earns the amount of approximately 20 lakhs in 4 months of his tenure, okay, so I think it will be easy for him to manage 10 lakh for investment purpose. And that too, if the investment fails, means he does not get any return or a good feedback, he can earn the same amount in his next tenure. So that's a good point. Third is NRI status. Sailor who sail for almost more than 182 days in a financial year, he will be provided with the status of NRI by Indian government. Then the income of an NRI sailor will be totally tax-free. Imagine, tax-free income and a good amount. Also, NRI income is tax-free, as well as you will get other financial benefits also, provided by your company, provided by Indian government, and else. Our fourth point is holidays. I don't think in today's days people get a holiday of 3 to 4 months that they can enjoy with their family. Yes, but in Merchant Navy, you can get that. After your tenure completion, you can take advantage of a long vacation. You never get such benefit in any common desk job. But this is to an extent compensates the long period spent aboard the ship. Means if you want to stay longer, you have to stay on board more longer. Fifth point is chance to work with people around the world. Means at Merchant Navy, you will get opportunity to work with different culture people. Like one will be working with professionals coming from various parts of the world. Like if you are a person who likes such cultural diversities, I think it is a good profession for you, keeping other things aside. Now I would like to state some cons also. First, it will be social and family life suffers. Obviously, if you are staying for 6 months completely away from your family, it is not as attractive you can see. A regular office job afford you luxury such as coming home each evening, having food with your family, spending time with them, having go for outing. So it is a good thing for office job. Second is risk involved in work. Yes, Merchant Navy career involves very high risk also. Like working conditions are not too comfortable. Sailor have to brave difficulties like raging sea, weather conditions, and other dangers, maybe fire or man overboard or vessel sinking. Anything can happen at sea. One more thing like piracy. piracy is also another concern. Like pirates can board your vessel, but thanks to increased attention given towards the menace and their activities by government around the world, nowadays it is not a very big concern. But there are some areas which are approved as high risk areas where we have to mm, take precautions from pirates. So, sir, here I would like to end this pros and cons counting, as our time is also counting and we have a lot to discuss. Surely there will be more pros and cons, but I think these are the basic ones that one should know or consider before choosing this field. Now, let me give you an overview of life at sea. So here I will share my screen to show you a glimpse of life at sea, that what all you can enjoy at sea and what are the basic things at sea.
I want to stop. We can't.
So I hope you all enjoyed the video of sea life. And it is not just that we work on board, we have some fun also. Now I am done with my first topic of providing you with the overview of sea life. And now we will start with the procedure to be a part of Merchant Navy. I would like to start after 12th, means if you are pursuing your 12th standard now, and how you can be a part of Merchant Navy. At this point, Merchant Navy divides into 3 sections. Like first you have BTech, second is BSc, and the third one is diploma. So I will share with you all the 3 sections, BTech, BSc and diploma, and what are the eligibility criteria for all of them. So this is the flowchart that I have prepared to make you understand that how it goes. Like for a DNS cadet, how for the diploma. Diploma is a 1-year course that will help you to join Merchant Navy. Okay. So what you have to do, once you are out of the school, means your exams are done, there is an exam called IMU CET. It stands for Indian Maritime University Common Entrance Test. You have to apply for that first and you have to give that exam. After giving that exam, you will get a rank and then you can decide a college by yourself. The benefit of doing diploma is that before getting admission to any college, you will be having a sponsorship. Means after clearing your IMU CET, the institute will ask you to appear in a company interview, and then you can appear for the interview, and if you are selected, then the institute will take you as a pre-C cadet. And if you are selected, then you have to do 1 year pre-C training that is called diploma. Okay. And it will be of 2 semesters. Basically, this will lead to your BSc itself, but the training period is less. Means you have to do only 12 months at your institute. After that 12 months, company will call you for vessel joining. Means then you have to go to sea. 18 months. there's a criteria that for 18 months minimum, you have to sail as a deck cadet on board, in which time period you will be given a project and SSTP, what it is called as a record book, that what work you have done and what you have learned on board. So this is the flow chart for 18 months at sea. Then, so I think this becomes approximately 2.5 years. Okay. Then you will be given, after coming back and getting 18 months certificate of sea, you have to appear for 4 months course, and then you can give your officer exams, that we can say that certificate of competency. You will be appearing for your second mate exam. After this clearance, second mate, you will get the BSc degree. Okay. And then you can sail as a certified second or third officer. Means you will get promotion as company will like. Means first you will be third officer, and if company likes your work, you will be promoted to second officer. And for sailing for approximately 18 months in this ranks, you can attempt for your chief mate exams. Means for every rank promotion, you have to appear for its exam. After obtaining your chief mate exam, you have to sail for 36 months total for appearing for your master's exam. The only thing I like about DNS is that you are getting a practical knowledge of the things happening at sea for 18 months. Means 18 months you are on board and you are learning there, that for 18 months we have learned all these things, and then it will be easy for you to sail on next rank. And diploma is not you cannot learn anything. You will be learning 12 months also. Okay. So after DNS, we have to discuss about BSc. BSc is also same like DNS only, means the final position that you will be attaining at a ship is master. You can get it by DNS also, and you can get it by BSc also. The difference is the training period and the training at institute. Same, you have to apply for IMU CET entrance exam first. Then you will be able to get a college. You can do 3 years BSc there, BSc in Nautical Science at Maritime Institute. But what's the problem here is that you cannot get the sponsorship first. Means for 3 years course, you will not get any sponsorship first. In DNS diploma, you can get the sponsorship first, and then you have to go to the institute. But here you have to first spend your 3 years at the Maritime Institute, and same like in third year, the companies will come to take cadets, and that time you can go at sea. Then you will be sailing 12 months as deck cadet on board. Means 12 months without SSTP. Here you will be not getting any projects, but there will be a record book. Record book you have to fill, and then you have to submit it to your institute after coming back. Then the procedure is same as the DNS one. Like you have to obtain your second mate exam COC. Then you will be sailing for 18 months at sea on your rank second officer or third officer. Then after sailing for 18 months, you can attempt for chief mate exam. And then sailing as a chief mate for 36 months, you can appear for your master exam, and you can sail as long as you want. There is nothing else. Third is the engine department. That if you want to do BTech and you really want to it from 12th only, means after 12th your mind is set that you have to become a mariner and an engineer, mariner also and an engineer also, then this is for you. What you have to do, same, appear for IMU CET. You will get rank, you will get to the college. College will give you 4 years training of BTech at Maritime Institute. But same here, that you will not get the sponsorship in the starting. Yes, in the middle, after second year, you can apply for the companies. You can sit for the interviews and you can get placement. The benefit is this: after 4 years of BTech, you can directly go at sea for 6 months. Means your training period at sea on ship will be of only 6 months, not like BSc or DNS for 18 months or 12 months. Your training period will be only for 6 months. What you have to do then after 6 month completion, obtain your class 4 exam. After obtaining class 4 exam, you will get the COC, and then you can sail as a certified engineer, fourth engineer, third engineer. You can sail in both ranks depending upon your performance. After sailing for 12 months on that rank, you have to give, say, class 2, that is for second engineer. At that rank, you will be sailing for nearly 18 months, and then you can obtain MEO class 1. And all these are related to, like, you will be finally going to a position of a chief engineer. Means now you are the head of the engine department of ship. And this whole procedure, I think it will take approximately 10 years to reach at that rank, depending upon your performance, quality, and promotions. Now we have to discuss the eligibility criteria. What is for this diploma, BSc, and DNS? Actually, eligibility criteria is only for your 12 percentage, that you should be getting, at least you should have science first of all. Then you should have a minimum percentile of 60 in PCM and minimum 50% in your English language. You should be fluent in written and spoken English. And there will be a medical test also before joining any institute, that your eyesight should be 6/6 with no color blindness. Whereas for this engine cadets, there is some relaxation that you can have a power of 2.5 plus minus any eye with or without any aid. Third is, if you are appearing for DNS, your age should not be exceeding 25 years on the date of commencement of training. The BTech and BSc is for same age, like after 12th you can join. But for DNS, your age should not be exceeding 25 years. Means after graduation also, if you want to be a part of Merchant Navy, you have to do DNS, and you can do it because it is a very good age. 25 years is a very good age. Now, this is for how to join after 12th. Now, I would like to discuss then how to join marine services after your normal BTech. Okay. For this, you have to first consider that you can only join Merchant Navy if you are a mechanical engineer or an electrical engineer. If you are from mechanical or electrical branch, then it will be a good profession for you if you are looking something better than a desk job. What you will have to do, we'll go again through this presentation. I will again share the screen. So this is the flow chart of GME cadets. Yes, GME is a course, graduate in mechanical engineering. Like after, first of all, you have to complete your BTech from mechanical engineering. Then you have to apply in your maritime college, means in which college you would like to go for GME course. You have to apply an application in that college. Then there will be an entrance exam of that college and interview. This is not a company interview. This is the college interview to take about how much knowledge you have about mechanical engineering. Then after your selection, if you are selected, you will be asked to take a medical test, and that medical test will include eyesight test also. And then the procedure is almost same as the engineer that we have discussed, that 12 months pre-C course. GME is a course of 1 year, means 2 semesters. You have to do that 12-month course at Maritime Institute, where you will be learning about marine engines. Then you have to sail 6 months as a junior engineer on board ship, and then you can obtain your class 4 exams. Means then you can apply for other exams to get promotion. Slowly you will be able to get promotion. Like after 6 months training, you will appear for your MEO class 4 exam. Then you will be certified as an engineer on merchant ship for 12 months. After that, you have to obtain class 2 exam to sail as a second engineer on merchant ship for 18 months. Or you can do good time also, means if you want to sail at that particular rank, like you are enjoying the work of third engineer or enjoying the work of second engineer, you can stay at that rank, and it's your choice to give class 1 exam for chief engineer or not. Because class 1 exam, after taking class 1 exam, the engine department is completely under your control, and you have to do it very nicely. So this is the GME one. I will share the eligibility criteria for the GME cadets. What you have to good at or what you have to do. First of all, BTech in Mechanical Engineering from AICTE approved college or university with minimum percentile of 50 and at least 60% in your 10th or 12th. For GME, your age should not be exceeding 28 years on the age of commencement of training. Like the day you are entering the college, you are starting your pre-C training at Maritime Institute, you should not be exceeding 28 years. On medical basis, your eyesight should be 6/6 without or with any external aids. But same for relaxation for engine department, maximum power is permitted is ±2.5 and no color blindness. So I think that's all for the GME cadets. Now I would like to move to the electrical department, like an electrical engineer, how he can join Merchant Navy. For electrical engineer, same. You have to first clear your electrical engineering exam, BTech, complete BTech. Then you can similarly apply in any institute where you would like to do your course. And then same interview, they will take your interview, selection, medical, eye test, everything will be same. The only difference is that only 4 months you have to spend at PC college. Means you have to do a 4 months course at your Maritime Institute, and then you can go on board for 8 months as a trainee electrical officer. Okay, after spending 8 months, you will be given a certificate that this is your sea time. You have done your required sea time, and then you can obtain your COC. And then you have to sail for assistant electrical officer on merchant ship for at least 6 months. Means this time can be increased also depending upon your performance. Like if the performance is low, then you will get promotion after some time. But if your performance is good, you can get promotion and sail as electrotechnical officer. So this is a career flow chart of ETO, electrotechnical officers on merchant ship. So how you can sail. So these are the 5 things we discussed. Like from 12th, the DNS cadets, the BSc cadets, engine cadets, GME, and the ETO. So this is all the things you need to know. And now the eligibility criteria also for engineers, electrical engineers. First of all, one should pass 10+2 with PCM and English as separate subject with same minimum percentile of 50%. In English language, you have to do BTech in electrical engineering from AICTE approved college, university with minimum 50% marks. And your degree should be recognized by state or central government. In ETO, your eyesight can be little bit, relaxation can be given. And your age, remember the age is a very big factor. before you choose to join merchant navy, because after 40-45 years you will find it tough to sail for long times. So it is good if you take a timely decision and start sailing. So ETO has a age limit of 35 years, means your age should not be more than 35 years on the date of commencement of training. So I think 35 is not that bad. You can, if 35 you are doing it the course, you can still sail for 10 years, and I think it is very good time for sailing. So this is all I want to discuss with you. Now I would like, if anyone has any questions related to this, or anyone want to ask something or say something, please. Chirag Garg, your hand is raised.
Ayush, please unmute the Chirag Garg and he has a question.
Will participants, if anybody has any question regarding the points which Mr. Meg discussed, you can write in the chat box so that I can promote you to the panelist link for asking the question. In the meantime, just participants can fill the feedback form. It's already posted in the chat portion of the meeting.
When Mohit Sharma is asking one question, how get admission in colleges?
Okay, for which means for after 12th, or it is after?
I think you have already discussed after clearing the entrance test, you can choose any college or company
Yes, sir.
after
I
12th.
think
He's asking.
Mohit has written one more message. After 12th. Mohit, it is very easy. You just have to appear for 12th. After 12th, you can fill the IMU CET entrance. You can find it on DG Shipping website. Every year in the month of May, exam takes place. So you can give it, and after the result, you can apply in your the college you like. Sorry, one candidate, anonymous can attendee. Yes, female can also apply. That's not a problem. And one relaxation also for female, that the fees is exactly half, 50%. Chirag. Currently, I am pursuing electrical engineering, planning to join at you, but I am more inclined toward navigation. So this is ETO course from Anglo Eastern, as there is no function. Chirag, I will not tell you to go to navigation side. You probably go to electrical side only because you have done electrical engineering. And yes, Anglo Eastern is a very good company and as well as institute. They can help you a lot in this. Rishabh Singh, only after 12th we can't apply for Navy. You can apply after 12th also, and after your graduation also in any other field. Chirag.
Mr. Big, one thing you should clear to all the attendees, to tell the difference between Navy, Merchant Navy and Indian Navy. There's a great difference, and lots of persons are having confusion in differentiation of these two.
Yes, sir. Okay, I will guide. Actually, Indian Navy is, you have to serve for the country. Means there you will be fighting the enemies and rescue operations for Indian Coast Guard. You will be rounding near Indian Coast Guard. We have a very big coastline, and we need Indian Navy to guide our coast. And merchant navy is that it is a commercial site. You have to go on board, you have to do your job, you will get paid, and you just have to transfer cargo from one place to another. And for your help only, means for us help only, navies are there. Different country navies are there, that if we are in any problem, the rescue operation will be carried out Indian Navy or any other country navy. So both are totally different. I hope it is clear, sir.
Yeah, yeah. One more question is there.
Yes, sir.
Management students could apply the Indian Navy and after graduating BBA degree.
Sir, I am not sure about Indian Navy, but I think for merchant navy, management student can't join. If they want to be a seafarer. For different side, like if you have to do a desk job sitting in an office, yes, they can apply in any office, company office.
Okay, that will be an office job only.
Yes, sir. That will be
Okay.
an office job.
Okay, they cannot sail.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I think Chirag is asking to unmute. Okay. Chirag, I have unmuted you.
Hello.
Yes, Chirag.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, I have actually two questions. Sir, can I ask you?
Yes, please go ahead.
Sir, actually, currently I am pursuing electrical engineering and I am in my final year.
Okay.
So, sir, recently means for like last 3 to 4 months, sir, I am preparing for the ETO course from Anglo Eastern. That is a 4-month pre-C course.
Yes.
You must be knowing better, sir.
Yes.
Sir, but at the back of my mind, I have another like confusion because, sir, this is a stagnant post, sir, because once a ETO is always a ETO, he can never become a chief engineer. And only with the experience, the salary will increase only.
Yes.
As far as I know.
Yes.
But sir, would you prefer would you suggest me doing the ETO course and spending 3 to 4 lakh of rupees for a 4-month course, or rather would you suggest me going to the navigation department and like starting from again the deck cadet by giving IMU CET and deck cadet and the whole procedure again?
See, Chirag, what's the scene is, like if you do the ETO course, you will be bound with a common salary. Means you can maximum you can get 4 lakh a month, and that too after a good experience.
Sure, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So if you really want to be a mariner and you have time also, maybe you will be now 21.
Yes, sir. 22.
22. Okay, that's not a problem. So if you are 22, I would suggest you to do navigation side.
Means by diploma in
Yes.
nautical science.
Diploma.
Okay.
Because you have BTech degree, you can also apply for diploma.
Yes, sir.
And you can check it on DG shipping side, and I think the form will be out by March or April,
Okay.
and you can start your diploma course. It will be more easy because after diploma and getting to the navigation side, you will be able to earn a good amount and have a chance to lead a vessel.
Yes, sir. To
You
become
can
a
reach to
captain.
the captain's rank.
Yes, sir.
And if you start now, I think because you are starting little bit late, but still by 32 or 35,
Yes,
you
sir.
will be a master of a ship.
But sir, don't you think they will say that like in interviews or something, they will say like when you wanted to join the navigation department, then why you have opted for the engineering, means these 4 years of engineering you have wasted.
They will ask such questions, but I think you can explain them better your view, that why you want to join.
Yes, sir.
So that is not a problem. And before, for DNS, you have a very good thing that you will get a sponsorship before joining the college.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Means you have the company in your hand. You just
Yes,
have
sir.
to clear all your exams
Yes,
without
sir.
any back.
Yes, yes, yes.
And if there is a back, there is also a scene that some companies allow you to, means some companies will also take you after back also,
Yes.
after clearing.
sir. Yes, sir. So means you are suggesting me to join the Merchant Navy via Diploma in Nautical Science.
Yes, because you have the age and you have a good thinking of earning good money.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, because I was reading that this ETO is a stagnant post, means you will ultimately reach to a point where you will feel that it's a dead point. Means you won't
Hmm.
be feeling like you are growing in your life. So
Yes.
this concern was basically there in my mind because, sir, from
Hmm.
being from the electrical department or being studying electrical engineering for 4 years, I was thinking to join the ship as an ETO because that I was feeling is the most like safer thing to do. But now I'll definitely change my mind and I'll look into this diploma thing also.
Hmm. Because ETO is once ETO is always a ETO, that thing you would get a good point,
Yes, sir.
because you will not be able to shift your ranks or positions.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And if you get a chance to lead a vessel, it will be a very good thing.
But sir, I haven't given IMU CET even after 12th. So I'm
No,
really
no, no, that's not a problem.
I'm unaware of the exam pattern that I have to look for. But yes, I think, sir, you have given the exam. You must be better. You must be better able to tell that, sir. By with 1 or 2 years of like study, can we clear the exam? Means is it?
You don't need 1 or 2 years to study for IMUCT. It is a very means not simple but a normal exam. Like by your 12th basic knowledge and your English, you can easily clear IMUCT.
Okay, okay. Sure, sir. Sure.
Mhm. You can apply in March or April. The form will come. Form will be out by DG Shipping,
Okay,
or you
sir.
can check the IMU website. There is a IMU website, Indian Maritime University.
Yes, sir.
You can check that website also for the forms.
Sir, can you please suggest some of the top institutes which I can target?
See, I have done my pre-C at International Maritime Institute, Noida.
Yes, sir.
And with the, uh, if I would like to give a feedback, I don't think there is a other better college to go, because they are very helpful also.
Yes, sir. And it will be
In
nearby as well.
yes, IMI is good college. I would prefer you. And there are
Sir,
very other good college also, like ARI also a good college. In Mumbai we have so many colleges. You can check all college and then take a decision.
and sir, do all the colleges, all the top colleges of that offer diploma in nautical science provide sponsorship to you before enrolling into the course?
See, not all colleges. First of all, it should be a DG approved, because today means say there are some agents also which will tell you to do this, do that. Don't get into the agents. Okay,
Okay, okay,
go
sir.
through a proper certified approved college of DG,
Okay, sir.
and I think every DG approved college will give you placement and a chance to get sponsorship.
Okay, sir.
Mm.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
No, no problem.
Thank you so much.
Mm. Anyone else has any questions?
No fresh question is there, I think.
Hmm. Okay, sir. I think we can end this session.
Ayush, please. Someone has raised hand.
Pradyuman Yadav.
Pradyuman, you can write down your question in the chat box. Or shall we promote you?
I am promoting him, sir.
Okay.
Yes, Pradyuman, you can now raise your question. Pradyuman, unmute your mic.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, can you please suggest some preparation tips for SSB as I am shortlisted for interview?
Sorry, I'm not able to hear.
Sir, can you please suggest some interview tips for SSB?
For SSB?
SSB preparation.
No. I can't suggest you anything about SSB because it is completely different.
SSB is for Armed Forces, Indian Navy, Air Force, and this is a
Yes, sir.
this is a Merchant Navy department. So there's a lots of different. So I think Meg is not able to
Oh,
clarify this. But even as I know, SSB is the 4 or 5 days selection procedure for any.
yes, sir. I am aware of it. I am
Yes,
aware of
yes,
it.
yes. So you should ask the right person.
Okay, sir. I think.
No,
Okay,
no.
sir.
Merchant Navy is quite different.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So Ayush, summarize, please. Is Vishwas Gautam is there? Mr. Vishwas Gautam is there?
Hello.
Argument?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Anybody else needs to ask the question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Chirag.
Yes, sir. Sir, can I please ask one more question?
Yeah, sure.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes, Chirag.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, I want to know that, sir, how many years it takes after you complete your diploma and do the first sailing till you become the captain of the ship? Any person who is joining the ship as a cadet after doing the diploma, is it
Yes.
like 100% sure that he'll become the captain one day, or is it there are possibilities that he'll get stuck at the second or third officer rank?
See, if you stuck then it is not like that you can stuck. Everyone get promotion. It is only in your mind that you will get or not. You just have to clear your exams and you can get to the master rank. It will take nowadays it will take nearly 12 to 13 years to reach master.
Okay, sir.
Like
But
yes, go ahead.
hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, do you feel that the engineering degree will help in getting the promotions, or means like uh, climbing the stairs or the ladder in a faster way than my fellow mates who will be joining the deck cadet after 12th?
No. See, it is good that you have a graduation degree before doing DNS, but it will not help you to get some benefits or something like that.
Okay, sir.
Your struggle will definitely depends upon your performance at sea. If you have
Okay.
struggled 18 months at sea in a good manner and you have a good
Yes, sir.
appraisal at company, you will definitely
Sir.
get promotion in good time. And that too, you have to
Yes.
choose a good company who give good promotions.
Yes, sir. But by your experience, means I think you can say that being in the navigation department and getting promotion like ETO is means a least better option than that, right?
In promotion side, you can say that. Because like ETO has to sail for 6 months, 8 months in starting, and
Yes, sir.
then next promotion is ETO only. Like
Yes,
first
sir.
you
Yes,
will
sir.
get training ETO and then you will be a ETO.
And only the salary will increase after that.
Salary will remain constant. Means it will increase by $100 every time you join the ship. $100, $200.
Okay.
But it will be not like that. That in the first contract you are earning 3 lakh a month and next contract you are earning 5 lakh a month. That's not the scene.
Okay. Because sir, I have seen that in the very first contract, the Anglo Eastern gives you 3.5 lakh per month, and yes.
Nowadays, yes, Anglo Eastern gives that amount. Okay, you have
Yes.
researched for this, but
Yes, sir.
you have to clear your COC also. Means
Yes, sir.
now there is
After clearing COC.
yes, after clearing COC, you will get this amount. And when you
Yes.
are a trainee ETO, this is not the amount that you are saying.
Yes.
It will
Then
be
they'll
less.
pay you $750. Yes, sir.
Yes, that's
Yes.
correct.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
So, sir, okay, sir, thank you so much. I'll make my mind in diploma, like pursuing diploma.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you are welcome. Seema Tomar, your hand is up. Okay. Yes, Seema, you can speak now. Okay, no.
Guys, please close the meeting.
Well, I think no more questions are there now. So, I on behalf of IT. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, yes, yes. Please close.
So, on behalf of MIT, I would like to propose a vote of thanks to the speaker for such an enlightening session, and I hope that whatever doubts, whatever myths you have, he has taken in a very good manner. And at last, I would like to call Mr. Naveen Kaushik, IRO, to finally propose a vote of thanks to the speaker.
Okay, I want to thank everybody to listen this excellent presentation very carefully, and Mr. Meg has defined everything very clearly and try to clear doubts in the mind of attendees. Thank you so much, Mr. Meg, and I wish you a more bright career
Thank you,
and
sir.
stay safe and stay healthy. Everyone, please stay safe. And thank you so much to attend this webinar. And we shall be meeting. We shall be meeting the next webinars.
Well,
Thank
one
you.
more announcement I would like to announce again.
Yes.
That on 21st or 28th Feb, the date is not finalized yet. We have one more webinar from the international speaker who will be discussing about the importance of leadership skills. The form I have already, registration form I have already given in the feedback form link. So if anybody is interested, then it will be our pleasure to be part of it.
Okay. Thank you all once again. Thank you, Mr. Meg.
Thank you, sir.
So, sir, should we close the session now?
Yes, yes, please.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, participants. Happy weekend. Okay.